The first one, Thai, could be translated as the supreme. Before 1992, tourists can actually walk into the palace. But that was not the case after that, after 1992. And what we can do is standing in front of the door to get a peek what is inside, but actually we can see nothing. Fortunately we visited the furniture hall, where houses the similar furniture compared to what we saw in the furniture hall. Okay, this is the picture of how it looked like inside the palace. This is the major. You see that? The emperor's throne and the screen, also made of the purple sandalwood. The only difference between those combination and the one we saw in the furniture hall is that this pair are gilded, meaning wear one layer of the gold. And the palace is supported by 72 wooden pillars in 2,377 square meters, making it one of the largest wooden palaces in the world. And from here we can give the very good look of those mythical figures on the eaves, 11 of them. So throughout the country, this is the only building carries 11 mythical figures, especially the last one. The one with the horn, that one doesn't count, okay? So from number 1 to number 11. Number 11 is a figure who has a pair of wings and wielding a hammer-like tool in his hand for controlling the thunder and lightning. So he is capable of bringing water down if the building is caught on fire. Okay, this way. Original from 1695. There's a pair of dragon head turtle and a pair of cranes are placed on the both sides of the upper terrace. And this is not the turtle. It has a head of the dragon. It's called Bixi, one of 9 sons of the dragon. Okay? And together with the crane, they are the symbol of long life, longevity. When the ceremony were taking place in this palace, people would put the sandalwood incense into the body of turtle and the crane. So from here we can see the lid on the back part of the crane, a cover. You see that cover? So normally people will remove the cover and put the sandalwood incense. So the smoke will be coming out from where? From the mouth. Yeah. Even because our Chinese people believe that the smoke can carry your wishes up to the heaven. Okay, let's continue to see 2 more palaces in the outer court. Let's have a look at the pavilion, which stands on the top of that hill, where offers a panoramic view of the Forbidden City, where it's called Jinshan Park. Outside the Forbidden City, but inside the Imperial City. Okay, so that was the place where the last emperor in the Ming committed suicide, hung himself.
So it was connected. He would have gone out the gate up there.
Yes,
it's connected.
Yeah, but you need to pay extra for that entrance ticket.
Yeah, like this was all part of the same complex.
Different complex.
But so he just went outside the city and went up.
That's right. Yeah. So back in the day, there are 2 layers of cities that are established in this area. The inner layer city is called the Forbidden City, and then there's the outer layer city, which is called the Imperial City. Those people, they work in the Forbidden City during the daytime and live inside the Imperial City. And the Imperial City was also the place where the emperor built those parks, the gardens, and their traveling palace back in the day. Okay, the 2 more palaces. Here's one on our right-hand side. So the second building, Hall of Middle Harmony. The Middle Harmony was the place where the emperor would take a rest while on their way from the inner court to the outer court, so which served as a super fancy VIP resting chamber for the emperor. And here was also the place where the emperor changed their robes and did some rehearsals before the ceremony were taking place in the Hall of Supreme Harmony. Now we're heading to the last building over here in the outer court, the Preserving Harmony. So 3 harmony buildings, harmonious palaces. Supreme Harmony, Middle Harmony, and a Preserving Harmony. The Preserving Harmony was the place where the emperor entertain the ministers, officials, and the foreign ambassadors during the Chinese New Year's Eve, so which is nicknamed as the banquet hall. And it was also the place for the emperor to hold the very important examination, which is called the imperial examination, the highest level in that examination system. That system composed by 4 levels. I started from the county level, provincial level, national imperial examinations. So the last one level. That is a system for the emperor to select the talents from their people. That is the most important level of examination. On that day for the imperial examination, 300 scholars come from all over the country that would take examinations right here, which are presided by the emperor himself. 3 scholars who score the highest through that examination, they would have the honor to walk through the marble passage once in their lifetime, which was reserved for the emperor only, but those 3 top scholars had 1 chance in their lifetime. So which was deemed as the greatest honor for scholars back in the day. That system worked in China for more than 1,300 years. But it's extremely difficult for people, even for those scholars. Even the starter level, the county level examination is very difficult. When you pass through the basic level of examination, you would enjoy those benefit of the privileges, such as not participating in those mandatory labor services or military civil services. You don't need to drop your knees to those county level magistrate. So they had a lot of privileges, not mentioning those people that pass through the country level, the national level, or the imperial examinations. They will become the ministers or officials immediately. So that is a major way or major passage for those common people to shift your social status from a commoner to a minister to our officials back in the day. So a lot of people, those family would encourage their boys to study hard, really hard, to stand out of those examinations, to bring the glory, to bring the honor to the family. Okay, now we are standing on the highest elevation in the Forbidden City. Here we can view 3 tallest buildings from 600 years ago till now. 600 years ago in Beijing, that building, the Hall of Supreme Harmony we just visited, was the tallest building, built above the ground, 36 meters tall. 20 years ago, that building, we can see part of it. It's a little bit blurry, and with a spire on the top of that building, that's a China's central television station, 405 meters tall. That's 20 years ago. That's the tallest. And now, that building standing at the eastern part of the city is the tallest building in Beijing, 530 meters tall. Okay, 108 floors built above the ground and 7 stories below the surface. And on this part, there's a clock tower. You see that, the tower with a clock on the top of the building? That is the first department store established in Beijing after the founding of the People's Republic of China. So in 1950s, that area is called Wangfujing shopping street or pedestrian street, and where there are around 1,000 restaurants and stores are established. I would highly recommend you to go there to grab something to eat for your lunch, where you can find all those popular cuisines in Beijing. Peking duck, hot pot, dumpling, noodles. You can find all those type of cuisines in that area. So that street is like a pedestrian street, or the 5th Avenue of Beijing. Very busy, very bustling place in Beijing. Okay, so let's head down the outer court over there.